These are the top 5 most innovative countries in Africa. I believe they are the ones paving the way for the rest of Africa and creating new opportunities and economic growth for the continent of Africa. First up on this list is Kenya. Also known as the Silicon Savannah, Kenya has a thriving startup ecosystem. It boasts of a large and growing pool of tech talent and a business-friendly regulatory system. Kenya has produced a number of successful startups in areas of mobile money, e-commerce, and health tech. Some examples include M-Pesa, Twiga Foods, and Lipa Later. Next up, we have South Africa with a well-established startup ecosystem, access to venture funding, infrastructure, or at least better than most of us, a large talent pool of skilled workers. South Africa in many ways continues to lead the way of African innovation. And on the list, of course, we have the big guns, Nigeria. Nigeria's startup ecosystem has grown rapidly in recent years with notable successes in e-commerce, fintech, and logistics. Some of the standout startups are Andela, Flutterwave, and Paystack, which by the way was recently acquired by American giant Stripe for $200 million. It is worth noting Nigeria's startups raised the biggest chunk of venture capital fund in Africa, followed by South Africa, Kenya, and Egypt respectively. And here we go with the next one, Rwanda. With a government that is actively promoting innovation and entrepreneurship, Rwanda is seeing a growing number of startups in sectors like fintech, e-commerce, agri-tech, and logistics. Some notable startups include Zipline, Kasha, and Safe Motors. We have one more country to go, but before we go there, here are some honorable mentions. Ghana, Morocco, Tunisia. They all have a rapidly growing startup ecosystem. I have to also mention Ethiopia, which is making quite some strides. And of course, I can't forget to mention my country, Uganda, or Wakanda. This country is home to a number of great startups, among which is SafeBorder, one of Africa's largest ride-hailing platforms, and now it's evolving into a super app. And back to the top 5, I want to mention lastly Egypt. With a rapidly growing startup scene and relatively developed infrastructure, it is home to over 500 startups, among which are successful startups like Fori, Fezeta, and Sovo. Egypt is an emerging innovation hub in Africa. And there you have it. Now it is important to know that all these countries have their own unique strengths and challenges, but all have promising opportunities and are pushing Africa's innovation to the next level. I want to hear from you. Is this the kind of content that you want to see more of, or how can it be better?